Hi, I'm Dirk Evert Walkens from Leap Day.
And I'm Gert van Engelenburg.
Jos Hartenveld.
And you're watching Live Prog.
Okay, it's kind of hard for me to kind of surprise you with a band or an album, which I was hoping for in this case, because of course every video review gotta have a title. In the title you have the band name and the album name, so well, that leaves little room for a surprise, because well, if I give it a real strange name, nobody will find it or maybe see it, unless they go of course through liveprog.com, which I definitely recommend, of course. Now, the music you just heard was from a band called BunChakeze. It's kind of a difficult name because I completely recorded a review of this album using a totally wrong name, BunChakeze. But that's wrong, of course, so I had to do it all over again, and this is what you're watching right now. BunChakeze, that's the one, this is the one. I'm gonna bring it up close. Yeah, can you see it? A little reflection in it. Oh, okay, that's the one. A very interesting album. An album with a story, well, more stories than just one. One from me personally and one from the band, and I'll, well, kind of tell you both a little bit. But let's get back on that name, because I find it a very intriguing name. I mean, a name is very important for a band, of course. It's a catchy name, is it a strange name? And well, in this case it's a strange name, and I think that's a reason that people will remember it, especially when I say it so often, BunChakeze. Okay, so a difficult name. I said it wrong very easily, so let's break it down into little bits and see if you can remember it. It's BunChakeze. BunChakeze. That's the name of the band. Now, this is the album, Whose Dream? Well, whose dream? I think the dream from the band members, dreaming to release music of their own. Because the story of this album dates back to, well, give or take a few years, but the mid-80s, 1984, 1985, somewhere around there. There were a bunch of guys in England. They used to play in another band called Oden of London. And well, they were together and they wanted to record some music, but well, they didn't have any money. So, how to record music, because you need to have a studio and equipment and everything. And they were lucky. They found someone who wanted to build a new studio. So they offered to build a studio, and in return they got recording time for free. So that enabled them well, to record the music. Well, then of course they had to write the album and write the lyrics, and well, okay, they didn't have a singer, so they had to find a singer as well. Well, the whole tale of how this album was well, brought to life is in the booklet of the album, which is a really amazing tale to read. You know, it's so witty, a lot of wit, a lot of humor. It's very funny. Well, I laughed very much when I read it. So how come they recorded it in the mid-80s and now it has been released so many years later? Well, despite the fact that they managed to record the album, for some reason it didn't work out to release the album. For reasons still unknown. Maybe there wasn't much interest or whatever. But fortunately, in 2010, 25 years later, they finally managed to release it. And I am glad they did, because well, it's a very interesting album. It's a very good album. And to show you how good it is, I can play you another piece of music from the album, which will be the track Whose Dream, which is the title track. As I said, the booklet is very interesting. Now I'm going to bring it a little bit up close, so I hope you can see it. Pictures from the time when the album was recorded, which is of course 25 years ago. Now, this is the CD itself. I like the artwork very much, very interesting, nice concept. Now, after you get it out, there we have it. Put it away. Now, as I mentioned, well, you can't see it of course a little bit. There's no lyrics. Well, there's a tail of course. There are lyrics in the album, which is very nice because then you can see what it's all about. But there's also the story of how this album was brought to life, and they tell the story here with a lot of fun, a lot of humor on themselves as well. And maybe it's interesting to read you a small piece of this. Well, let's see. Is a small part about how they wrote the lyrics, which is very funny, which is about the drummer. We did eventually allow Cliff to do lead vocals on the last track, Whose Dream Reprise, which is an instrumental track. He was in his element. Well, I guess that shows what kind of feeling they have. One of those bits of paper contained poetry so weird it was perfect prog material. It gave us the name of the album, Whose Dream was born at that moment. In the next moment the wall crashed to the ground and we were almost killed. Gary also got into lyric writing mood, and even Colin wrote some due to a bet with a lion tamer and Hounslow. Well, I guess you can see these guys have a lot of fun in their music, the way they approach it. And that's why, and that might, well, give the prog purists a bit of a problem, because this is not a typical prog album. It's not neo-prog. Well, there are a lot of influence in it. What I find interesting is that this doesn't have this obvious Yes or Genesis influence. No, this one is more has more of a Pink Floyd touch to it, which is nice for a change. But it's well, if you listen to it, it might give you might need to give you some time to get into, because it's not the average prog album, but it's a very good album. It's very, the melodies are very good, the vocals are good. These guys know what they're doing, despite the fact that here they say they, well, were just going along as they saw fit. Still, the end result is very good, and I'm happy that it's here. Well, another piece of music, which is definitely one of my favorite songs of this album, which is called The Flight of the Phoenix. mentioned there were more tales to this album, and one of them is a link between me and Colin Tench, the guitar player and one of the driving forces behind BunChakeze. In 2003, this work was released. As you can see, it's Star 1, Arjen Lucassen. Brilliant show. Well, I was very fortunate enough to be working for Arjen Lucassen in those days. This way, because I only need the booklet. And on one of the shows I arranged an after party and well, did some things for the band. And I met one of the fans, and that fan was Colin Tench. So about 8 years ago we met. I had no idea he was a musician. I had no idea he was sitting on this material, BunChakeze, really good material. But we met, and we lost touch of each other, and well, only a few months ago we reconnected through Facebook. And well, then I learned about his music and I was interested, of course. He sent me the album, I liked it. Well, here we are doing the video review of it, and I hope you like it as well, but that's up to you. Now, here I have the proof that we met, because on the booklet, and I'm going to bring it a little up close, and oh, that's too close maybe, I need to look for it. There we are. Additional camera footage here. Let's see, hope you can read this. That's me and Colin Tench. There you go. Evidence. It's written. So, well, what more can I say? A very interesting album, especially if you're looking for something new, something fresh, something different, and not the standard prog releases. I know there are a lot of albums coming out these days, and it's very hard to keep up with. So I'm gonna try not to tell every album you have to buy this one, but well, listen to it. I hope you like the songs. Check them out on their website, BunChakeze.com. I'll show it here so you can know it, BunChakeze.com. Very important to say the name right, otherwise you get up at a total different place. Maybe you don't want to go there. So, well, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the music. I'm going to play you one final piece of music of this album, which is not the last track, because then we will be revisiting the title track again. This one is called The Deal. A very nice piece. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, let it come to you. If you like it, buy it. If you don't like it, well, that's your choice, of course. Well, thank you for watching, and see you next time.
To end all night. Now you understand. It's taken from your hands. Head stops spinning, light is dimming, starting to enjoy it. Now it's real. You've had your final deal.